we will begin with the lighting of the lamp, which symbolizes the dispelling of darkness and the ushering in of the knowledge and wisdom. I invite our esteemed dignitaries to kindly come forward for the lighting of the lamp. Thank you, sirs and ma'am, for illuminating this venue with positivity, hope, and energy.
It is now my honor to invite Registrar, VMRF DU, Professor Dr. A. Nagappan, sir, to deliver the welcome address. Welcome, sir.
Good morning to Unandal. It is with great pleasure we are welcoming all of you on behalf of this Vinayaka Mission Research Foundation, deemed to be university, for this international conference on technology and innovations in healthcare. First, we are deeply honored to have with us today our chief guest, Mr. Rajiv Warrier, Executive Vice President from Vadvani Foundation, a globally respected organization committed to nation building through innovation and entrepreneurship. Moreover, on skill development and leadership excellence. Mr. Warrior's vast experience, strategic vision, and unwavering commitment to empowering institutions and individuals to make them as an entrepreneur have made a significant impact on higher education and capacity building. His presence at this conference adds immense value and inspiration to our deliberations. And sir, we are very much privileged to you to have as chief guest for this international conference. We welcome you, sir. We are extremely grateful to our Honorable Vice Chancellor, whose visionary leadership, academic foresight, and steadfast commitment to research excellence continue to guide Vinayaka Mission Research Foundation, deemed to be university, towards global recognition. Under his able stewardship, the university has consistently fostered a culture of innovation, interdisciplinary research, and international collaboration, making events such as this international conference both meaningful and impactful. We welcome you, sir. We also place on record our sincere appreciation to our Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor, whose dedicated support, strategic initiatives, and academic leadership have played a pivotal role in strengthening the institution governance. His enhancing academic quality and promoting research-driven initiatives across the university has made this university to be globally competitive. We also welcome you, sir, for this conference. We also welcome our colleagues, the Controller of Examination, Dr. Manivannan, and my fellow head of the institutions and the organizing chairman of this conference, Professor Dr. Gnanashekhar. This gathering will certainly bring together visionary leaders, researchers, entrepreneurs, and practitioners who share a common goal leveraging to transform healthcare systems and improve patient outcomes globally. So we welcome all our keynote speakers, faculty from all our institutions, starting from medicine to physical education. We welcome the participants all over the nation for this conference, as well as the researchers who have come here to aim for an interdisciplinary research. We assure you that this 2 days conference will be a great experience for you to come out with some collaborative thinking, innovative thinking, and see that make a product in our nation itself, see that the nation is growing to a bigger level. We thank you for coming over here. We give the best wishes to you so that this conference will be a great one for you for these 2 days. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring and visionary words.
I humbly invite Professor Dr. P.K. Sudhir, Honorable Vice Chancellor VMRF DU, to deliver the presidential address.
Respected Chief Guest of this today's function, Dr. Rajiv Warrior, Executive Vice President, Wadhwani Foundation, New Delhi, Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor, Dr. Shabarinathan, respected Registrar, Professor Nagappan, Controller of Examination, Dr. Manivannan, our Organizing Committee Chairman, Professor Dr. Gnanashekhar, Organizing Committee Secretary, Principal, Arts and Science College, Dr. Anbaragan, renowned resource persons from reputed institutions and industries, university officers, head of the institutions, head of the department, faculty members, participants from various parts of the country and also VMRF institutions, support and technical staff, ladies and gentlemen, a very, very good morning to you all. It gives me a great pleasure to warmly welcome you all this International Conference on Technology and Innovation in Healthcare, ICTIH 26, being organized by Vinayaka Mission Research Foundation deemed university for these 2 days. At this outset, let me extend my sincere appreciation to the organizing committee, scientific committee, and all stakeholders for their dedicated efforts in bringing together this important international platform. Your commitment reflects our university's continuous pursuit of academic excellence, research innovation, and societal impact. My dear participants, healthcare is undergoing an unprecedented transformation. Emerging technologies such as artificial intelligence, digital health platforms, biomedical engineering, robotics, telemedicine, and data-driven decision-making are reshaping the way the healthcare is delivered across the globe. These innovations are not merely technological advancements. They are powerful tools that can enhance access, improve quality of care, and promote quality in healthcare systems, particularly in developing and resource-limited settings. The theme of ICTIH 26 is therefore both relevant, timely, and significant. It provides an ideal platform for clinicians, researchers, technologists, academicians, policymakers, and industry leaders to come together, exchange ideas, share best practices, and explore collaborative solutions to comprehensive healthcare challenges. Equally important are the ethical, regulatory, and human dimensions of healthcare innovation, which I am confident will be meaningfully addressed during the deliberation of the conference. Vinayaka Mission's Research Foundation firmly believes in an interdisciplinary approach to education and research. With our strong ecosystem encompassing medical, dental, homeopathy, nursing, allied health sciences, engineering, and management disciplines, we strive to foster innovation that is research-driven, patient-centric, and socially relevant. ICTIH 26 exemplifies this vision by encouraging cross-disciplinary and translational research that can move from laboratories to clinical practice and community benefit. I urge all participants, especially our young researchers and students, to actively engage in the scientific sessions, panel discussions, and interaction with experts. Let this conference inspire new ideas, lasting collaborations, and innovative solutions that contribute to strengthening healthcare system and improving human well-being. My dear participants, I once again welcome you all to this ICTIH 26 and wish the conference very success. May the discussions over the next 2 days be fruitful, impactful, and forward-looking. I'm sure these 2 days there will be some serious takeaways from the conference, and I also wish a very, very comfortable stay in Salem for 2 days, those who are coming from outstation. Thank you very much.
Very good morning to all of you. Respected chief guest for today's inaugural function, Dr. Rajiv Warrior, the Executive Vice President of Vadvani Foundation, Honorable Vice Chancellor of VMRF, Professor Dr. Sudhir, respected Registrar Dr. Nagapan, Controller of Examination Dr. Manivannan, Organizing Chairman Dr. Jnanashekar, Organizing Secretary Dr. Anbaragan, senior officers of the university, heads of the institutions, invited speakers, and registered delegates. It gives me immense pleasure to address this august gathering of scholars, scientists, clinicians, technologists, and innovators who have come together from various parts of the world to deliberate on one of the most critical and transformative domains of our times. Demographic shifts and rapid technological advancements, ranging from artificial intelligence and machine learning to telemedicine, robotics, and precision medicine, are fundamentally reshaping the way we prevent disease, diagnose conditions, and deliver care. These innovations are not merely enhancing efficiency, but they are redefining the very philosophy of patient-centered, accessible, and equitable healthcare. Institutions of higher education, acting as centers of learning, must nurture critical thinking, promote research, and foster strong partnership with industry, healthcare systems, and policymakers. At our university, we remain committed to encouraging innovation-driven research, strengthening the interdisciplinary program, and prepare future-ready healthcare professionals who can respond effectively to emerging global health challenges. We live in an era of inclusivity and collaboration. As we know, collaboration starts nowadays right from the classrooms. Even in the past, greatest discoveries, inventions, and breakthroughs have always happened because of pragmatic thinking and wider perception. This conference serves as an important platform for interdisciplinary dialogue, knowledge exchange, and collaborative thinking. The theme aptly underscores the growing convergence of technology and healthcare, reminding us that the future of health system depends not only on clinical excellence, but also on one's ability to venture beyond their field of specialization. I'm confident that the deliberations during this conference will generate valuable insights, inspire novel ideas, and open new avenues for research and collaboration. I urge all the participants to engage actively, share experiences, and build meaningful networks that extend well beyond the duration of this event. I take this opportunity to commend the organizing committee under the leadership of Dr. Jnanashekar, the advisory board, faculty members, and student volunteers for the dedication and meticulous efforts in organizing this international conference. I also express my sincere appreciation to the keynote speakers, the resource persons, and all contributors whose support has made this event possible. In conclusion, let us collectively strive to harness technology not just for innovation, but for ensuring that advancement in healthcare truly serve humanity and contribute to a healthier and more resilient global society. I wish the conference every success and hope that your participation here will be intellectually enriching and professionally rewarding. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your insightful words. May I now invite the dignitaries to release the conference proceedings and souvenir of ICTIH 2026. This souvenir and conference proceedings of ICTIH stands as a proud and lasting record of our collective vision and academic excellence. It has been thoughtful, compiled with gracious blessings and welcome messages of the Honorable President, Vice President, Chancellor, Vice Chancellor, and Pro-Vice Chancellor. The souvenir reflects the strong institutional support of the university, carrying messages from all officials and heads of the institutions, highlighting the collaborative spirit behind the prestigious event. The preparation of this souvenir was carried out under the able leadership of the Souvenir Committee Chairperson Dr. Indra Priyadashini, with the committed efforts of committee members Loganathan, Maladi, and Ramesh, whose dedication ensured its quality and completeness. It also acknowledges the invaluable support of our industry partners through advertisements from various companies whose encouragement have significantly contributed to the success of this conference. With immense pride and gratitude, I now release the ICTIH souvenir symbolizing knowledge, collaboration, and innovation. Thank you, dignitaries.
It gives us immense pleasure to introduce our chief guest for today's program, Mr. Rajiv Warrior, Executive Vice President, Entrepreneurship, Wadhwani Foundation, New Delhi. Mr. Rajiv leads the foundation entrepreneurship initiative across India and Southeast Asia, playing a vital role in nurturing innovation, startups, and entrepreneurial ecosystem. He is a seasoned software professional with extensive experience spanning energy, engineering, business, development, and management, having worked across India, Australia, Canada, and United States. His professional journey reflects rich and various expertise in general management, entrepreneurship, information technology, software development, consulting, and strategic planning of technology solution for enterprise and e-commerce organization. He holds a postgraduate diploma in software enterprise management from the Indian Institute of Management, Bangalore, and a bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering from NIT Bhopal. With his deep insights into innovation-driven entrepreneurship and technology, his presence truly enriches the spirit and vision of the conference. We are deeply honored to have him with us today. May I now invite our esteemed chief guest, Mr. Rajiv Warrior, to address the gathering.
So it will get projected there. Good morning, everyone. I thank the organizers of this international conference on innovation and technology applications in the healthcare for inviting me to represent Wadhwani Foundation. It's not a well-known foundation, so a couple of words about Wadhwani Foundation. We started in 2000 by a person named Ramesh Wadhwani, who came from Pakistan after the partition, studied his school in Delhi, and then went to IIT Bombay for his degree in mechanical engineering, and then went to Carnegie Mellon, did his PhD, and then he founded 50-odd companies. Even today, in his 80s, he runs one of the largest application of artificial intelligence in industry company named Symphony AI. So he built a lot of wealth, a substantial chunk of which he's spending now globally to promote entrepreneurship among students, among early startup promoters, and even SMBs. We want to grow these SMBs and startups and student startups across the world. We work in India, Southeast Asia, Africa, and Latin America, the global South, and we've been operating for about 20 years. I am not a doctor. I studied mechanical engineering. After that, I did my PGSM out of IIM Bangalore, and I worked most of my life for Ramesh Wadhwani's software enterprises. So I built software solutions in supply chain, in color management, in trading and risk management. Those are the kind of work that I did. So I thank Dr. Sudhir here for adopting Wadhwani Foundation's entrepreneur education programs into the school system or into your school system or college system. And we are about beginning. We trained about 70, 75 teachers here. About 2,300 of students have registered across colleges of Vinayaka Mission, and hopefully this semester they would come up with ideas and take those ideas through to a business plan. That's the whole course all about, for getting credit. So that's what the context in which I'm called here to be the chief guest. I'm not used to it. So thank you, Professor Sudhir, Professor Sabarinathan. Gnashekar and I have been working very closely trying to build the entrepreneurship education in this college system. So thank you for inviting me on behalf of Wadhwani Foundation. So one of the thing that Dr. Sudhir was asking me is how do students think about entrepreneurship? So you have dental colleges here, you have medical colleges, you have pharmacy, you have other health science degrees, and then engineering in the engineering college. So you have these colleges one after the other along a 5-kilometer or 10-kilometer stretch. Probably this is an ideal setting to collaborate between engineering to health science specialists to come up with ideas that can have social relevance and probably commercial relevance. So I would make an attempt to explain how I tried to answer those questions in the last 2 days when I was thinking about what to speak here. So Wadhwani Foundation's Ignite is an education program. It's a credit-bearing 12 weeks program where students would pick up an idea and put that idea through the steps that an entrepreneur would take their idea to verify whether it's a valid idea or not, whether there is commercial potential or social potential to that idea. So I thought about it, so what best other than asking LLM or large language model or ChatGPT or there are many names to it now, the Geminis of the world. So I asked it, so what would a student, a medical student sitting in Salem, in one of the Vinayaka Mission institutions, think about innovation? Where do they start? What are the ideas that globally students or entrepreneurs are thinking about when they think about healthcare? So that's the question I asked ChatGPT. So it came up with these answers. So these are 10 of the top startups in the healthcare and allied spaces that India has come up in the second column, and Y Combinator, which is one of the world's largest investor into very early stage startups that are coming out of schools, right? So I asked the question and it listed these as the answers to my question. So if you look at the first one, it's telemedicine or virtual care. So today people, any village in India, you go, people have smartphones or, looking smart kind of phones, which will have big screen, access to applications, access to web browsing, all that is possible. So using those technologies, how do you offer a layman help in terms of medical care or virtual care? This is one of the very big areas today people are innovating. Now, think about it. You could be a mechanical engineer and your roommate or a hostel few kilometers away has a doctor. You could collaborate and think about how do I provide telemedicine or how do I provide virtual care in Tamil for the villages around Salem, and then develop a piece of application, and which is very easy these days. You can just, again, using code generation tools and generative AI, you can quickly put together a prototype, go to a nearest village and give it to the person and see if they would use that kind of a system. Next one is online pharmaceuticals. You have, 1mg and many such companies around. So this is a more complicated process. This is like if you use YouTube, for example, the Tirupur mill people have now started heavily advertising in YouTube. So if you use YouTube, I bought this t-shirt a couple of weeks ago from Tirupur. They are heavily, advertising because their export to the US has stopped, right? So it's a similar kind of, so you could tie up with medical stores nearby and have an application through which you can take orders and direct them to deliver, which is the cheapest, no inventory kind of model. So you could think about these models. The short, summary of all this is it's as simple as taking your mobile phone and asking a question as to what are the global ideas or Indian startup ideas that have done well in a specific field. It could be, CureFit kind of a company where you're providing health or exercise kind of services to elderly people or young people or anybody. So you could ask, this is my interest area, this is my expert area, give me a list of globally successful companies or successful companies from India. So you would get the answer, you can spend more hours on it, and it's very easy to arrive at well-researched, well-considered ideas that you can pursue. Now, in the healthcare space, if you look at all these ideas, what are the core themes that are driving innovation today, right? Obviously, there is artificial intelligence, there is data, rich data that is available around which you can come up with conclusions and deliver conclusion-based solutions to people. You have, connected and preventive health, which is applications that monitor a person's health and give them advice saying your blood pressure seems to be high, you may want to have this kind of food or go to this doctor and check it up and see what it's good, but it's proactive. People don't have to feel ill to go to a doctor. There are applications that you can provide proactive help to people. And personalized and precision medicine is another. So these days medicines are getting customized based on your genome or your, the way you are built, and so that they are very effective for you. So these are all areas that are emerging. And one common thing that you would see here is that these are all technology. There has to be an underlying technology platform for it. That's where the engineering students from this college can go up to your medical schools and other health sciences colleges and offer your expertise. Now, to end my short speech, these are, if you want to be an entrepreneur, it's a long journey. It's a difficult journey, right? So it's not going to be very easy in the first few years. Once you make it work in 5 or 6 years, it would be good for you, but you need to have a lot of perseverance. Many times things will be very ambiguous, so you will have to live with ambiguity, and then you have to stay curious and adaptable all the time. You may go down a path and realize that the path that you have taken is not the right one, so you will have to pivot from there to a new path. So you have to be constantly watching what's going on around you in the industry that you are working on, so that you're adapting to the changes and moving forward. And networking and collaboration. So like I said, if you want to build medical science oriented solutions, engineering degree is not enough. So walk down to the hostel of the medical school, have a tea there, build up some relationships, and see what you can gain from there. And then, once you start as a startup, as a student startup, you could be in the third year of your studies, you have an idea, you have a team, you went to the incubator, they are supporting you, but have very clear plans rather than I'll play around, I'll get somewhere, and then I'll decide what to do. Have a high-level plan going into the incubation process with your idea, but that plan can change every month or every quarter. But have a plan and drive it with passion. That's all it takes. It's not, don't overanalyze. You will never get an idea perfect. You will evolve, but you can make something big, and you can become an employer as opposed to an employee. That's the promise of entrepreneurship. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your enlightening and inspiring address. I now request our organizing chairman, Professor Dr. P. Gnanasekar, to felicitate our chief guest, Dr. Rajiv Warrior, as a token of our gratitude for his presence and contribution for the success of this memorable event. I request sir to felicitate Honorable Vice Chancellor, VMRF DU, Professor Dr. P.K. Sudhir. To felicitate Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor, VMRF DU, Professor Dr. J. Sabarinathan. To felicitate Honorable Registrar, VMRF DU, Professor Dr. A. Nagappan. To felicitate the Controller of Examinations, VMRF DU, Dr. K. Manivannan.